What if your employer was already trying to pay you more and you just hadn't said yes yet? Today, we're talking about free money sitting in your benefits package, waiting to be claimed. This is Master Your Money. Welcome to Master Your Money, Budgeting, Saving, and Debt-Free Living. I'm your host, Nate Tanner. On this show, we use the Triggator triangle, budget, save, and pay off debt to help you build a spending plan that fits your life, grow your savings with purpose, and knock out debt with confidence. Here's something most people never think about. Your paycheck isn't only the thing that your employer is offering you. Tucked inside your benefits package is a second paycheck that most people leave sitting on the table, untouched year after year. We're talking about 401k matches that literally double part of your contribution for free, health savings accounts that let your money grow tax-free and invest for the future, perks like tuition assistance, discounts, and counseling services that quietly save you thousands if you know they exist. According to a 2023 report by the Employer Benefits Research Institute, nearly 1 in 5 workers eligible for 401k match don't contribute enough to capture the full match. That's thousands of dollars in free compensation walking out the door every single year. This is episode 100, and there's no better way to celebrate than helping you find the money you didn't know you had. No side hustle required, no budget overhaul, just you. Finally saying yes to what your employer has already been offering. Let's get into it. You negotiated your salary. Maybe you pushed for an extra few $1,000s and felt great about it. But there's a good chance your employer offered you an even bigger raise on day one. And you either didn't notice, didn't prioritize it, or told yourself you'd be getting to it later. Later has a price tag. Let's look at exactly what that price tag is. A 401k match is your employer's way of saying, if you put in, we'll put in too. The most common structure is a 50% match up to 6% of your salary. You contribute 6%, your employer throws in an additional 3% for free. Some employers offer a full 100% match, dollar for dollar, up to 6%. This isn't a bonus you have to earn. It's compensation that's already yours, but only if you claim it. Leaving it on the table isn't playing it safe. It's giving part of your paycheck back. Think about it this way. If your employer handed you an envelope with cash every payday and all you had to do was reach out and take it, would you walk past it? That's exactly what's happening when you contribute less than the match threshold. Let's talk about two people. Same job, same salary, same raises, same employer. The only difference, one starts contributing at age 30. The other waits until 31. Starting salary, $59,000. Annual raise, 3%. Employee contribution, 6%. Employer match, 50%. That adds another 3%. The growth rate is 13% annually. By age 65, the person who started at age 30 has $3,847,000. The person who waited until 31, $3,405,000. 1 year of waiting cost them $441,000. And with a 100% match, that gap widens to nearly $600,000. Here's what really drives it home. In that final year alone, age 64 to 65, the portfolio of the person who started earlier grows by roughly $484,000 in a single 12-month stretch. More than most people earn in a decade. According to a 2022 Vanguard report, How America Saves, the average employer match amounts to 4.4% of the employee's compensation. Real money, compounding quietly for decades. Here's the mindset shift that makes all of this work. Your 401k contribution should work exactly like your taxes. Nobody waits until the end of the month, spends everything they want, and then pays the IRS with whatever's left. Taxes come off the top, gone before you ever see the money. And because of that, you've learned to live off of what remains. Your 401k deserves the same treatment. Contribute first. Automate it. Let it disappear before your paycheck spending plan ever kicks in. Then build your life around what's left, because what's left is still enough. And what you've invested is now working for you around the clock. The goal isn't to spend everything you can and hope there is something left for retirement. Pay your future self first, just like the government already made you pay them first. And then live your best life on the rest. If you've been waiting for the right time, this is it. Not the next open enrollment, not after the holidays. Today, most 401k plans offer auto escalation. You set your contribution to increase automatically by 1% each year and never think about it. No willpower required, no guilt. The beauty of pairing auto escalation with your annual raises is the increase barely registers. Your salary goes up, your contribution goes up slightly more, and your lifestyle stays roughly the same. Over time, you drift from 6% to 7% to 8% to 10% without ever feeling a pinch. If your plan doesn't offer auto escalation, set a reminder tied to when your annual raise kicks in. Log it, bump your contribution by 1%, and you're done. 5 minutes, tens of thousands of dollars over the course of your career. In season 3 of The Simpsons, there's a classic episode where Burns sells his power plant to a bunch of German investors. And Homer discovers that he owns 100 shares of stock in Springfield Nuclear Power Plant. A shady broker calls. Homer sees a quick $25 in his pocket, and he sells, immediately spending it on beer. By the end of the same day, the stock closes at $52 a share. His 100 shares would have been worth $5,200. Gone for beer money. Here's a modern version. Every month you undercontribute to your 401k to have a little extra breathing room for another streaming service, a few extra impulse purchases. You are pulling a homer. You're trading $5,200 for $25. The match is sitting right there. Don't sell it cheap. The 401k match is your foundation, the non-negotiable first move on your Triggator Triangle save side. But there's another account hiding inside your benefits package that most people either ignore or badly misuse. Next, we're talking about health savings accounts, the triple tax advantage that makes it unlike anything else in the tax code. Most people hear health savings account and think medical debit card. Useful? Sure, but nothing to get excited about. That thinking is costing you because the HSA is one of the most overlooked accounts in the entire tax code. And by the end of today's episode, you're going to see it completely differently. Most savings vehicles give you one tax break. A traditional 401k gives you a deduction now, but taxes you later. A Roth IRA taxes you now, but gives you a withdrawal free of tax. The HSA does something no other account does. It gives you 3 tax advantages at once. The contributions go in tax-free. The money grows tax-free. Withdrawals for qualified medical expenses come out completely tax-free. Contribute tax-free, grow tax-free, spend tax-free. No other account in America works this way. And here's what most people don't hear when they sign up. Your HSA account can be invested. Once your balance crosses a certain threshold, typically $1,000 to $2,000, depending on your provider, you can invest the excess in a mutual fund or index fund, just like your 401k. Hold on to that thought. It's what turns this account from a medical debit card into something much more powerful. To be eligible, you need to be enrolled in a high deductible health plan or HDHP. For 2026, the IRS allows individuals to contribute up to $4,400 and families to contribute up to $8,750. If you are 55 or older, add an extra $1,000 catch-up contribution on top. Many employers don't just offer an HSA, they contribute to it, just like the 401k match. This is free money deposited directly into your account simply for participating. No performance review, no quota, Just free dollars landing in a tax-advantaged account because you showed up and enrolled. According to a 2023 report by Kaiser Family Foundation, more than 60% of employers offering HSA-eligible health plans make contributions to employee HSAs. They average between $600 for individuals to over $1,000 for families annually. Money you could be collecting every single year just for choosing the right health plan and opening an account. The contribution is yours from day one. It doesn't vest. It doesn't disappear when you leave. All you have to do is enroll. And remember, employer contributions count towards your annual IRS limit. So factor that in when you're deciding how much to add yourself. A lot of people confuse HSA with the flexible spending account, or FSA. That confusion is worth clearing up. An FSA is a use it or lose it. Whatever you don't spend by the end of the year goes back to your employer. It's designed to be burned down annually. Fine for predictable costs, but a terrible framework for building anything long-term. Your HSA is completely different. The money is yours forever. It doesn't expire. It doesn't disappear when you change jobs, switch health plans, or retire. You open it, fund it, and it stays with you for life, growing the entire time. Think of your HSA as a dedicated healthcare wealth fund. And here's a simple reality worth sitting with. As we age, medical expenses go up. Prescriptions, specialist visits, procedures, costs that feel manageable at 35 become significant at 65. Growing your HSA with investment now is one of the most practical ways to get ahead of these costs before they arrive. Instead of using your HSA as a debit card for every copay and prescription, consider paying smaller medical expenses out of pocket when you can, and letting your HSA balance grow and invest untouched. Over decades, that compounding builds a serious healthcare nest egg. According to a 2024 Fidelity Investments estimate, a 65-year-old can expect to spend an average of $165,000 on medical expenses throughout retirement, not including long-term care. Your HSA, grown and invested over decades, is one of the most targeted tools that you have to meet that number. And here's the bonus most people miss. After age 65, you can withdraw HSA funds for any reason, not just medical. You pay ordinary income tax on it, just like a traditional 401k. Your HSA becomes a stealth retirement account if you never need to tap into it for healthcare. Triple tax benefit on the way up, full flexibility on the way out. It wins in every scenario. In the classic 80s series MacGyver, the hero never had the obvious tool for the job. No fancy equipment, no ideal conditions. What he had was a roll of duct tape, a paperclip, and the ability to see potential where everyone else just sees junk. Your HSA is a MacGyver moment. Most people see a medical debit card, something ordinary, something limited, something they barely think about at open enrollment. But now you see it for what it actually is. A triple tax account that grows tax-free, belongs to you forever, accepts free money from your employer, and doubles as a stealth retirement fund. Same account, completely different outcome, depending on whether you know what you're holding. The HSA is one of the most powerful tools hiding in your benefits package, and now you know how to use it, just like MacGyver would. But your benefits package doesn't stop there. Next, we're going to audit everything else your employer is offering and make sure not a single dollar of free money goes unclaimed. You've captured your 401k match. You've unlocked your HSA. But most employers offer a whole second layer of perks that quietly go unclaimed year after year. And most of them don't require open enrollment. They are available right now, the moment you decide to look. Let's go through all of it, and we're not leaving anything on the table. Some employers offer an employee stock purchase plan, or ESPP. You contribute a portion each paycheck over a 6-month offering period, and at the end, your employer uses those contributions to buy company stock at a discount, typically 15% off market price. And many plans lock in your purchase price at the start of the period. Here's how that works. Say your company stock is at $50 on day one. Your locked-in price is $42.50. 6 months later, if that stock climbs to $55, you're still buying it at $42.50. The discount plus all the upside. And if the stock drops to $45, your locked-in price drops too to $38.25. And your contributions buy even more shares at that lower price. The discount protects you on the way down and rewards you on the way up. One important note, ESPPs carry real risk. Your contributions are tied to the company's stock, and no company is immune from bad quarters. The general rule, take the gain, diversify, and don't let company stock become an outsized portion of your savings. Don't pull a homer and let one concentrated position become your whole financial plan. I want to share something personal because I think it illustrates what's possible when you use your ESPP with intention. When I first had my aha moment about building an alligator fund, a dedicated savings account for predictable non-monthly expenses like car registrations, back-to-school costs, or holiday spending, I ran into a wall. For new listeners, an alligator expense is any bill that isn't monthly but shows up like clockwork and bites you if you haven't planned for it. The alligator fund is the savings bucket you feed each paycheck so the gator never catches you off guard. My problem was simple. My alligator fund balance was zero. And when I mapped out all of my alligators, the math was a little bit brutal. Starting from zero meant those first few bills would wipe out the account balance before it ever had a chance to build. That's where I looked at my ESPP differently, as a launch pad. I enrolled, contributed each paycheck for 6 months, and when the offering period ended, the stock had gone up. I cashed out, capturing the 15% discount plus the additional gains. I kept a portion of the shares and walked away with enough to fully fund my alligator fund from day one. Suddenly, I could reset all my alligator contributions to the lowest possible per paycheck amount and let the fund grow naturally from there. According to research from the Rutgers Institute for the Study of Employee Ownership, the average ESPP participation rate is around 24%, meaning most eligible employees are leaving real money on the table. Employees who don't participate lose an average of $3,400 per year in foregone discounts and gains. Having a target for that money before you receive it is what separates the people who claim the benefit from the people who scroll past it at enrollment. Most people either don't know tuition assistance exists or assume it doesn't apply to them. Many employers will pay for a degree, courses, or a professional certification, and the payoff compounds in two directions at once. New skills make you more valuable. More value means higher earnings potential. Many companies cover the cost for your education and then reward you with a raise once you finish. The employer gives you money to learn so that they can pay you more when you're done. That's not a perk. That's a wealth accelerator hiding in your benefit guide. The IRS allows employers to provide up to $5,250 per year in tax-free education assistance. You're not just getting tuition covered, you're getting it covered with pre-tax dollars, making it worth more than the face value suggests. Before you reach for that credit card for a certification or degree program, check your benefits package. The money is already there. Now, this next one sounds small until you audit what your employer actually offers. And then it stops sounding small. Employee discount programs cover an enormous range of everyday spending, and most employees never check. Before you book a hotel, check. Before you buy a plane ticket, pay for an amusement park, upgrade your electronics, or even run your car through a wash, check. I personally know employers who offer discounted car washes. Car washes. These programs cover far more than people realize. Every dollar saved on something that you already are going to buy stays in your paycheck spending plan, feeding your savings goals, accelerating your debt payoff, or shoring up an alligator that you've been underfunding. It takes 30 seconds and costs nothing. Check first, always. The Employee Assistance Program, or EAP, might be the most underused benefit in the entire package. Most EAPs offer free counseling sessions, mental health support, financial planning consultations, and even legal referrals. All of it free, confidential, and available right now. Look, financial stress is real. Life stress is real. Getting support, whether that's a counselor to work through anxiety around money or a free financial planning consultation, those aren't luxuries. It's a resource your employer already paid for. Using it isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign you understand the value of what's in your benefits package. According to a 2022 study by the Employer Assistance Professional Association, EAP utilization rates hover around just 6% annually. That means 94% of people with access to free counseling, legal help, and financial guidance simply never use it. Don't be that 94%. In season 5 of The Office, Oscar discovers a $4,300 budget surplus that has to be spent by the end of the day or disappear forever. The Office splits into two camps, new chairs or a new copier, and spends the entire day lobbying Michael. Once the office realize that Michael is planning to pocket the 15% bonus and they might get nothing, the copier faction caves. The office gets new chairs because something beats nothing every single time. Here's the difference between Dunder Mifflin and your benefits package. You don't have to choose. Your employer has already budgeted for these perks. The money is there, waiting. Unlike Michael's office, where it was chairs or a copier, you can claim your ESPP, stack tuition assistance on top, grab the employee discounts, and use your EAP counseling. All of this at the same time. The surplus is real. Go claim it. Your benefits package is a second paycheck hiding in plain sight, and now you know exactly where to find it. Let's bring this all home. Here's the image you carry with you. Your employer has been holding a second paycheck out for you this whole time. Not hidden, not locked away, just waiting in your benefits portal, in your HR documents, in an enrollment window you skimmed past during your first week on the job. The 401k match, the HSA, the ESPP, the tuition dollars, the discounts, the counseling sessions, all of it budgeted, all of it yours. All of it compounding quietly in the background for people who say yes. Today, you learned how to say yes. And on episode 100, that feels exactly right. Your challenge today, if you do not have your 401k contribution set to at least your employer's full match threshold, stop. Don't finish this episode. Don't check your phone. Don't tell yourself you're going to do it tonight. Open your benefits portal right now and set that contribution. Today, this minute, a single year of waiting can cost you nearly $442,000 by retirement. That's not a number to sleep on. If you're already capturing your full match, great work. Keep listening. Your challenge, open your employee benefits portal and spend 5 minutes in the discount section. Look for your cell phone carrier. Look for your internet provider. Look for any subscription or regular purchase already in your paycheck spending plan. If your employer offers a discount on even one of those things, claim it today. Every dollar saved goes back to work in your Triggator triangle, budgeted, saved, or applied to debt. 2 challenges, 1 portal, no excuses. Go. Before you close this episode, sit with these questions. And if you have an answer, I want to hear it. Which benefit on today's list did you realize you're leaving unclaimed? And what's your plan to fix it this week? If you ran the numbers on your 401k delay, what would your 1-year cost be? Is there an alligator expense in your life right now that a smarter use of your workplace perks could help you fund? Email me at podcast@Triggator.com or message me on Instagram, Facebook, or X at Triggator. If this episode helped you, follow the show so you never miss a strategy that could quietly change your financial future. Leave a review, especially if today helped you find money you didn't know that you had. Share this episode with a friend or a coworker who's never looked twice at their benefits package. And follow @Triggator on social media for paycheck planning tips, alligator strategies, and the kind of money content that actually moves the needle. Speaking of claiming what's already yours, the Triggator app is live and ready for you. Full disclosure, we call it a budgeting app, but that's a little like calling MacGyver the guy who carries duct tape. It does the full Triggator triangle: budget, save, pay off debt, all in one place, built around your paycheck. We're working on a better name. We'll keep you posted on that one. But in the meantime, head to Triggator.com and check it out. While you're there, download the free Triggator ebook, your practical guide to putting the full Triggator triangle to work with your very next paycheck. Next week, we're going back to the beginning, but don't let that fool you. Whether you're brand new to Triggator or you've been here since episode 1, next week's episode is going to hit differently. The framework that started it all is getting a fresh look. And if you've ever wondered why some people make the system click while others spin their wheels, the answer is coming. You don't want to miss it. Your employer has been holding a second paycheck out for you this whole time. Today, you finally reached out and took it. That's not a small thing. That's the Triggator Triangle at work. Thanks for listening to Master Your Money, Budgeting, Saving, and Debt-Free Living. I'm your host, Nate Tanner. See you next time.